Good morning, and welcome to your AI Daily Press morning podcast for May 24, 2026. I'm your host, Walter. Firstly, we have a developing story on the U.S.-Iran conflict, where a draft agreement is expected to be finalized within the next 48 hours. The world waits with anticipation, as this could have far-reaching implications for global stability and economic growth. In Serbia, thousands of students and citizens took to the streets of Belgrade, demanding major political changes and accountability from President Aleksandar Vučić's government. The protests, led by the youth movement Students Win, have been ongoing for over a year, sparked by a train station tragedy that killed 16 people. Lastly, a devastating Ebola outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo has claimed the lives of 3 Red Cross volunteers and has now spread to neighboring Uganda, with 5 confirmed cases reported so far. The World Health Organization has expressed deep concern over the outbreak, citing violence and insecurity as major impediments to response efforts. These stories will continue to unfold, and we'll provide updates as more information becomes available, and that's the way it is. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
Thank you, Walter. We're tracking several significant developments around the world. Firstly, in the ongoing conflict in Ukraine, the situation continues to unfold with devastating consequences for the people of Ukraine. Our thoughts are with them as the international community urges restraint and a return to diplomatic efforts. In the Middle East, a potential peace deal between the U.S., Iran, and Israel is reportedly nearing announcement. According to recent statements, the framework of the agreement is set to be revealed shortly, although the timing remains uncertain. The UK is also leading an international effort to secure the Strait of Hormuz, a crucial waterway for oil and natural gas shipments. Additionally, we're following reports of progress in talks aimed at ending the war between the US, Israel, and Iran. Officials close to the talks have expressed cautious optimism about the prospects of reaching a deal, with diplomats and leaders working tirelessly to find common ground. We'll continue to bring you updates on these stories as more information becomes available. For now, it's clear that the path forward will require patience, persistence, and a commitment to finding peaceful solutions. We're committed to providing you with the highest quality journalism, and we appreciate your trust in our reporting. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. We have a trio of fascinating stories to dive into today. Firstly, we're watching a potential game-changer in the tech industry, as Uber considers a takeover of Delivery Hero's Middle Eastern business. This move could significantly expand Uber's presence in the region and set the stage for further consolidation in the food delivery market. Next, we're examining the complex web of alliances and rivalries unfolding in the Gulf region. The United Arab Emirates' deepening cooperation with Israel has raised eyebrows, particularly in light of Saudi Arabia's warnings about Israel's intentions. As analysts caution against viewing these developments as a simple case of picking sides, we'll continue to provide ongoing coverage and analysis of this dynamic story. Lastly, Dell Technologies is making waves in the tech sector, with its AI factory product line driving significant growth. The company's stock has soared to a new 12-week high, and Wall Street analysts are raising their price targets ahead of its Q1 earnings report. With a moderate buy rating and a dividend yield of 2.1%, Dell stock appears to be an attractive long-term holding. As I always ask, where do you stay your money Monday? Perhaps it's time to consider adding Dell Technologies to your portfolio. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Firstly, SpaceX has successfully completed a crucial test flight of its Starship V3, marking an important milestone in the development of reusable spacecraft. This achievement brings us closer to a future where space travel becomes more accessible and efficient. In other news, NASA's Psyche spacecraft has captured breathtaking images of Mars during a daring flyby maneuver. These photographs not only showcase the Martian landscape in stunning detail, but also provide valuable insights into the planet's history and composition. the Psyche mission, is on its way to explore the metallic asteroid Psyche, which is believed to be the exposed nickel-iron core of a planet that never formed. Lastly, a recent reanalysis of data from the Hubble Space Telescope has cast doubt on previous findings suggesting that Jupiter's moon Europa is emitting water vapor plumes into space. This development highlights the importance of approaching scientific discoveries with a critical and nuanced perspective, recognizing that our understanding of the universe can evolve over time as new evidence emerges. These stories remind us of humanity's innate desire to explore, discover, and push the boundaries of what we thought was possible. As we continue to venture into the vast expanse of space, we're not only expanding our scientific horizons, but also inspiring future generations to embrace the wonders of science and technology. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. Firstly, we take a look at the U.S. men's national team as they prepare for the upcoming World Cup. Coach Mauricio Pochettino has unveiled his squad selections, and there are some surprises that have left fans and pundits alike scratching their heads. The inclusion of Gio Reyna, despite his durability issues, and the omission of Tanner Tessman, who has been a regular fixture in the team, are just a couple of the notable decisions that have raised eyebrows. In other news, we're keeping an eye on Max Melton, a second-round draft pick for the Arizona Cardinals, as he faces a crossroads in his career. With the return of key players like Thomas and Sean Murphy-Bunting, as well as the emergence of Denzel Burke as a starter, Melton needs to re-establish himself and prove his worth to the team. Lastly, we're taking a trip down memory lane with the U.S. men's national team as they reflect on their past performances. The team has a rich history, and with the World Cup just around the corner, fans are eager to see how they'll fare against the world's best teams. Now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curl.
Thank you, Howard. Firstly, we reported on the Catholic Church's apology for its role in the residential school system in Canada, marking a crucial step towards reconciliation with Indigenous communities. Secondly, we explored the often overlooked social aspect of hiking, where sharing the trail with others can elevate the experience from enjoyable to unforgettable. Our guest, Felix, shared his personal anecdote about finding camaraderie on the Inca Trail, highlighting the beauty of human connection in nature. Lastly, we delved into the complexities of global health, discussing the recent Ebola outbreak in East Africa and the measures taken by the U.S. to protect its citizens. We examined the travel bans, screenings, and the delicate balance between safety and restriction, featuring insights from experts like Dr. Lori Furlano and Dr. Marty Cetron. These stories remind us of the importance of community, connection, and informed decision-making in our increasingly interconnected world. Tune in to our upcoming editions for more in-depth analysis and thoughtful discussions on the issues that matter. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. Let's get started with a quick recap of today's top stories. First up, we have some devastating news from Ukraine, where at least 14 people were killed in a strike on a student dorm. The situation is dire, and we need to be careful about who's telling the truth and who's not. We'll continue to bring you updates as more information becomes available. In other news, a devastating attack in Russia has left multiple people injured, and the death toll is still rising. The authorities are investigating, and we must rely on credible sources to get the facts straight. On a lighter note, have you heard about the latest installation at Chadstone Shopping Centre in Melbourne? It's a dilapidated weatherboard house created by artist Roan, and it's quite the conversation starter. The installation is part of Chadstone's Light to Night Festival, which promises to bring art, food, and music to the shopping center. And finally, we also reported on the Cannes Film Festival, where Romanian cinema is gaining recognition on the international stage. The film, 14 People, won several awards, and we're expecting great things from this emerging talent. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and remember, always question the source. Now for the latest in nature and environment, here is David Attenacher.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, we explored the remarkable story of the boat-billed heron, a bird species that's thriving in the mangrove forests of Central America. Our article delved into the unique characteristics of these birds and the importance of preserving their habitats. Next, we reported on a groundbreaking conservation project that's using animal tracking tags to detect poachers in real time. The Icarus system, developed by scientists at the Max Planck Institute of Animal Behavior, has already shown promising results in Namibia and South Africa and could be a game changer in the fight against wildlife trafficking. Finally, we brought you breaking news of two significant scientific breakthroughs: a novel approach to water purification using solar-powered nanofiltration, and a study on the transmission dynamics of influenza A in dairy cows. These discoveries have far-reaching implications for environmental remediation, human health, and animal welfare. These stories not only highlight the incredible diversity of life on our planet, but also demonstrate the power of human ingenuity and innovation in addressing some of the world's most pressing challenges. Join us throughout the day as we delve deeper into these topics and explore more fascinating stories from the world of science, conservation, and wildlife. And that completes our morning podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until this evening, I'm David Atanacher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.